the chat. Two best friends since birth are gonna talk. I feel like I should have watched more Cheetah Girls or something, like, as a kid. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we missed that era. Like, we were in the High School Musical era, but we missed the Cheetah Girls era.
We would have loved
and that would have been, do you know, was it we weren't allowed to watch them, or we just didn't?
I don't know. I have never watched them, though. Like, I don't think I've ever seen that.
Guys, should we be watching the Cheetah Girls? I was educated earlier this month that we definitely should have been watching Hilary Duff. I think that was slightly before our time, but people have been very upset with me when they learn I haven't seen Hilary Duff. Yeah, Nick locked me in a room and made me watch it. Not the movie. Apparently there's, like, the movie, which I have seen now, fans. I have seen chat. Thank you.
Sorry. I also
Get with it.
Today that I've never seen Madagascar, and they actually lost their minds.
I think you're just at this moment too old for that shit now. You know,
I guess,
like, why? No.
They said to me, they're like, "You're so old. Why didn't you watch that growing up?" Like, okay.
You're so old. You should have seen. That is kind of surprising though, because I feel like that movie like took over for a minute.
It
like
was
everyone saw that movie.
When I was a kid, I just never watched it. Anyway,
Ainsley's not with the trends. Anyway, guys, we're excited. If you can't tell, our energy is like a little maybe up today, because we did something. We did something cool. We did something that we've been hinting at, and today's a guest pod. I haven't done that in a long time. It's gonna be good. I'm nervous. Like, I'm a little jittery. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't know what's gonna happen. How do I talk to this person? Anyway. But first off the top, we gotta get some business for you guys. Some business. I wanted to read this because I think it was, I should have wrote that down. It was a few episodes back, I think before Christmas actually, where we were talking about like how you have to get out of your comfort zone sometimes, and that's hard if you want to like make friends or build community or just like not be in your house all the time. And Natalia commented and said, I resonated with this episode so much. I found so much new freedom and joy when I push myself to go to events where I won't know anyone there, because I end up having a good time and meeting some cool new people I otherwise would not have met if she would have like been with people. You know what I mean?
I love her. Natalia, miss you.
We miss you, Natalia. Yeah, she's also been sick, so.
Oh wow, poor baby.
Prayers for her. And then yeah. Follow us because it's cool, and then you get notified when we drop some cool ass shit, cool stuff, like this. The Patreon's pretty cool. We've been posting BTS photos on the Insta. I just posted my Mexican. It was good. Email us if you have questions, comments, concerns. If you have a question of the week you'd like us to answer. If you have a stand-on you'd like us to discuss.
Let us know, guys.
I feel like I had so much more than this.
I would like to say Bridger, shout out Bridger, because he commented on our last episode, and he said he, quote, soft serve, he licks it, hard serve, he bites it. And I thought that was very interesting. A little mix, a little in between. I still can't get behind that.
I have a feeling we're going to talk.
Oh,
that
shit!
Was me. Guys, welcome, Luke Mountain! Luke, that was perfect.
I was trying to hold back, and then I was like, wait, no. I'm the one who commented on the ice cream thing. Thank you very much.
Bridger did. I said Bridger.
No, Luke. I think Luke commented on YouTube. Where did Bridger comment?
Bridger's is on Spotify.
Oh, that's why. That's why.
Okay, yeah. Bridger and I are in sync, but I was like, okay, there's absolutely something Bridger would say, but I am taking full credit. Because YouTube deleted my comments.
What?
And I went back in and did it again.
Guys, if you're wondering how to be a true fan, this is a perfect example.
This is a perfect example.
Look at your comment, it's been deleted.
And you make sure it's up? Are you even a chitter? Are you guys even, like, get on this level? Speaking, though, of biggest time chitter. Wow, Luke Melton. How does it feel to be, like, because, you know, the moms don't count because that's, like, the moms. Like, you know, they're just the podcast. Yeah. But, like, how does it feel to be the first guest? Like, OMG.
I mean, it's awesome, for sure. But also, like, I've known you guys for years, right? So it's, like, New Year's part 2, which is great. Just hanging out and chatting. So
just hanging out and chit in the chat.
Needs an introduction.
Introduction.
I'm not really sure. This is my beloved, wonderful, just I don't have enough words to say. I think you guys have heard me gush about my family, but this is my eldest brother, Luke, and I love him. And I will say, I think Luke was one of the strongest supporters from the get-go. And I remember being like, what do you mean you subscribed to our Patreon? Like, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that.
Couldn't believe it.
I just subscribed, and I was like, what? So this is genuinely one of the greatest human beings you will ever have the pleasure to meet, if you ever do have the pleasure of meeting him. Until that day, you will have to hang out with this.
You're welcome that we gave you this.
You're welcome. Yeah. Genuinely
talk
one of the
about
human beings I've ever met. So
talk about knowledge that is about to get dropped. Y'all thought the moms was good? I mean, that was good. But, like,
here's the difference between me and the moms. Moms, great life advice, great wisdom.
Exactly.
Random trivia. Like,
I mean, hey,
random scattershot information.
There's a niche for everyone. Oh, speaking of, I forgot a thing that they sent us. Oh, but now I can't find it.
The moms?
Yeah, I was going to read that quote that they sent us.
Oh, no, I know the quote by heart. The quote in the moms podcast was, "Friends know the song in your heart and will sing it back to you when you forget the words," is plot twist in Lori's kitchen. And has been for years.
And she was like, wait a minute, I just saw this.
She sent it to our little group chat. It was adorable.
Oh, no, but this, I'm saying they sent another one. I just found it.
Sorry, my bad.
No, but that one's, let's always remind. This one is, a real friend is one who overlooks your broken down gate and admires the flowers in your garden.
Aww, so sweet. You're welcome.
Quite poetic.
Yes. Okay, so let's get into the Luke knowledge. Let's get into
the
vibes.
Start with a little introductory story moment. I think Luke is gonna be the point person on this because Sophie and I were not here at this moment in time.
But it's such lore.
Yeah.
But it's major lore, and if you ask the Stelton crew, what is a story you think of when you think of Luke, this one will frequently come up.
Which I will say, it's because mine always comes up because they're like, Sophie of course punches people in the face, like she's a weirdo. But like this was so uncharacteristically Luke that we all remember it because we were like, what is going on?
Right.
Yeah. So, full disclosure, a caveat, I should say. I have grown since then. This is not my best moment, but it was very indicative of who I was as a kid and some of my tendencies, even to this day. Firstborn, rule follower, responsible one, like the one who's going to get in trouble if things go wrong is usually how it goes, right? And
those poor older siblings.
Yeah, we suffered and fought to watch Lord of the Rings at like 15 and 16, so you could watch it at 12. All right, be grateful to us. Yeah, we're the trailblazers, the guinea pigs.
I remember thinking as like a 12-year-old, like, I'm very scared right now of a golem. Like,
oh, dude. Wild side note, I still have never seen the opening to Return of the King where Smeagol strangles his friend, because every time we would watch it with my family, my mom would make us skip that scene because she hates it so much. And through random happenstance, like, I'm not avoiding it. I want to watch it at some point, but whenever someone starts Return of the King, I'm always late. And I always miss the opening few minutes.
It seems like it's not meant to be.
It's wild. Like, just... I don't know. Anyway.
That's funny because that really relates to the story you're about.
It does. So, huge shout out to conservative Christian culture. There is a very strange dynamic.
That's going to be the name of our episode.
Yeah, huge shout out to Christian. Oh gosh. Okay.
That just made my day.
Yeah, so there's this tension where there's all these really great movies with great stories in them that just have a little too much stuff that the parents aren't super chill with, right? You got your Bravehearts, you got your Gladiators, you've got your, like, American Snipers and the other, like, modern military movies and stuff. Saving Private Ryan, great example. Yeah. Phenomenal stories, resonant stories, rated R, little rough. Generally, it's rated R for a reason, right? But you still want to show your kids the cool moments. So there's a whole market for editing films to be more family friendly, right? And when we were growing up, there was obviously the TV edits, which were kind of hit and miss, but there was also something called Clear Play, which...
And if you talk to any, I would say, like, most Christian conservative kids in the South, they're going to know what Clear Play is. Shout out Clear Play.
That or VidAngel. VidAngel was, like, the next generation of that. But... Okay, so as a modern person who appreciates movies and art, I have mixed feelings about this now. Because it does kind of butcher directorial intent in a lot of ways. But the premise is, you set up filters on what you want to allow. Cursing, sexual content, violence, and then there are time markers in the movie for where these content drops happen. And depending on your filters, it just skips or mutes or what have you, which can be incredibly baffling in some movies because there's some kind of important plot beats that happen.
Right.
People are, like, partially clothed, and then you're just like, wait, what? I can't imagine, like, watching Game of Thrones on that or something.
Oh,
that would be so bad. Shouldn't even try. But, like, while I have mixed feelings about it now, like, honestly, I'm grateful for it because that let me watch Braveheart when I was young. That's let me watch a lot of those, like, cool military movies before I was 18 and in college. I could just go watch them by myself, right? But one of those movies was The Patriot. Mel Gibson, Heath Ledger, great film. But we were having a sleepover, me and Bridger and Sophie's older brother Sam. But while I'm in the bathroom, Bridger turns to Sam and says, "Hey, I don't want to turn violent filtering on in this movie." So, I'm in the bathroom. We had been told to turn on at least mild violence filtering to cut out the worst of it. Bridger and Sam sneak into the settings while I'm in the bathroom, turn it all off. They leave on the language, they leave on the sexual content, so I don't immediately know something's up. And if you've ever watched The Patriot, most of the violence in it is actually not that bad. It's pretty, like, distant shots of, like, people getting shot and that kind of stuff. The bad stuff is in the big war scenes with cannonballs blowing people's arms and heads off.
Right.
And the first time it happened, I was like, I am a little surprised violence filtering didn't catch that, but whatever. Okay. It was also, like, super fast and it's over, right? The second time it happened, I'm like, okay, something's wrong here. And then at the end of the movie, we're just like, "Hey, Luke, guess what?" and at this point, it's also like 1 a.m. I am, like, tired AF. I am loopy, right? And I'm like, what? And Bridger's like, "We snuck in and turned the violence filtering off when you were in the bathroom." And zero thoughts in my head, just instinctual fear and rage. The anxious response triggered, and I just slugged Bridger in the face.
Oh, so
and
good.
He was shocked. I was shocked. Everybody was shocked. Like, he didn't even hit me back. He was so, like, what?
And the thing about this, like, I love this opening story because Sophie's so right. Like, This is the most off-brand Luke thing, which is why our families love the story. It's just like, in no world would you ever be like, oh, Luke's probably hit someone. You know, like, never.
But he has.
Well, since I started, like, boxing and sparring and stuff, the number of times I've hit someone and been hit has gone up substantially. But non-consensual, only once. Yeah.
Non-consensual hitting.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting Bridger.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
He still made it as best man at his wedding, so well done.
This is true.
They're still friends, you guys. They just punched it out.
Couple of things. Number
Yes.
one, I think this is also a beautiful time, beautiful moment to pay tribute to our guest because Luke's birthday's so soon.
Oh, that's right!
Yeah.
Hey, Valentine boy.
Anyway, just a little...
One day after Valentine's. Singles Awareness Day, boy.
Singles Awareness Day.
Also,
LOL.
Actually, fun fact for our listeners, Sam's birthday is Valentine's Day, and Luke's birthday is the day after. So we're just all intertwined, intermingled.
Yep.
And the Laura Steele's birthday was yesterday. So,
I forgot about that. Yeah, happy birthday to Lori Steele.
happy birthday to Laura Steele. Shout out. And now Luke's going to sing for her. Just kidding.
Happy birthday to you. Yeah.
Wow, that was beautiful.
So,
Little pitchy,
anyway,
but yeah.
after our little birthday shout out, Luke, we would like a little info for our listeners.
Okay.
And just general public of
General
what
pub.
you do with your day.
Ooh.
Your job is really interesting. I feel like it's
Yeah, I want to know about this.
So I work at a company called IT Cadre, which, very confusingly, not an IT company. The IT stands for Innovation Transformation because Cadre was trademarked when they made the company. It's a visualization engineering company, which is their special blend of process engineering and business analysis. I think they have visualization engineering trademarked. So we're the only visualization engineers in America that I know.
Ooh, wait,
Yeah, very
what?
fun.
I did not know that. That's actually crazy.
Wait, that is
Right?
kind of cool.
Yeah, so what that means practically is different companies, different parts of the government, different like private entities come to us and say like, hey, we got a problem. We're trying to figure out the answers, like how this thing works. Can you help us? And we've done all kinds of different stuff. We've done like fixing people's budgets. We've done fixing people's like hospital record keeping system rollouts. We've done like subway map updates and like infrastructure stuff. And what we do, we like interview a bunch of people and read through all their like documentation and stuff. And we make these massive flowcharts that are like 3.5 feet wide by like 20 feet long, right? And we print them out on these massive plotters and take them in person to the CEOs and the generals and like the higher ups and whatever organization hired us. And we show them, this is what the people in the trenches are actually doing. This is like what it looks like, boots on the ground. And here is where the same person, like the same job is being done by 3 different people and they're not talking to each other. Or here is where you're throwing away all this work that could be useful. Or here is where you're using 3 or 4 different computer systems where one computer system could do the job, right? Like that kind of stuff. And we highlight the issues, we highlight the places where they can improve, and then we help them build roadmaps for like how to fix the stuff and build up toward a better future state.
Guys, and that's on human improvement in action.
I was about to say, talk about like
Flow
I feel like
state.
that's basically an entire company that's all about efficiency, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, Luke, is I know this is in no way like your job, and I know it's not what you look like when you work, because I have actually seen you working before. But you know, like in all of the movies where you have like all of the heist movies, I should say, but a lot of movies in general, you always have a hacker who's sitting there like with their headphones and like that's kind of what I picture you in your work, and I know that's not actually true because you're like not having to go crazy.
I also
fast all
picture
the time,
that.
I guess. But that's kind of what I picture. Like for you and Bridger both, I'm just picturing you on the computer like.
There's like 5 screens and they're just like spinning around to each one like.
Honestly, that's not that far off from what it looks like, actually.
So there you guys go. We have a real life hacker on the show for you.
No, I'm a
You're
software
welcome.
engineer.
Let's just say if
I-
I'm
okay.
gonna pull a heist, I will be calling my brother. Like,
No.
Yes.
For me on the hacking.
Okay, there's a really funny joke actually in the software engineering and hacking circles that like people think hacking looks like someone like I'm in it, you know, but what it actually looks like is calling up old people and saying, "Hey, I'm from the Password Management Bureau. We need to make sure your passwords are secure. Can you tell me your password and make sure it hasn't been leaked?" Like
that does not work. No.
It shockingly does a lot of times. Or like
to old people, Ansley? Yes.
100%. Are you gonna tell me that if you called Grandma right now and said, "Hey, Grandma, I want to make sure that your password hasn't been leaked because someone hacked Google and leaked all the email passwords."
Honestly, I would maybe think about it for a minute. I'd be like, "Oh shoot,
Yeah.
Google needs my help."
Google needs me. John Google has called me.
Okay, well now we have your work because I know who wants to talk about work. Now
we're done.
Move to your hobbies. So hobby number 1 that we are going to discuss.
Getting punched in the face.
Is in the club of the readers. You're amongst readers on this podcast. So Luke has some books that he would like to discuss with us.
Absolutely. Book club. Okay, so first off, all got me interested. I'm now reading Red Rising. So I'm still early on. I'm about halfway through book 1. And it's interesting. I'm finding it not 100% my speed so far. Specifically because I've been told that the main character gets more interesting the farther along it goes. And right now, I see the potential for this to be a character I like, but this early stage, Darrow isn't really doing it for me. A lot of times, my enjoyment of a story lives or dies on how much I like the characters in the story.
Yes.
If it's a cool plot and I don't like the characters, I'm not going to like the book, which is why I haven't read Donna Tartt's Secret Histories yet. It's despite how interesting that book sounds, the main character is an insufferable liar. And I'm just like, I hate you, and I want you to suffer, and so I'm not rooting for you.
Total side note here, I'm sorry, we will circle back. I'm assuming neither of you guys have seen Marty Supreme, right?
Oh, exactly. Because of that.
Marty Supreme?
Marty Supreme?
Because it's about a horrible person, and it's like, I don't want to watch. Why are we making... Listen, I love Timmy Chow, but why are we making movies where it's exactly that? It's like, I'm not rooting for you. I'm not invested in this story.
I went and saw the theater with my friends, and I really liked it. In the sense of, the movie was just like, shock factor. Like, things just kept unexpectedly taking place, and the whole movie, I literally kid you not, I was in my seat and I'm like sinking further and further down. I'm like, ha 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 ha, like that was me the whole time. And it also, cinematography was very cool, acting was amazing.
So you liked it? Hot take.
I did. As a piece of art, I did, but the main character is atrocious. Yeah.
So maybe not a fun watch, but an interesting watch.
No, I wouldn't call it. I had fun in like waiting what was going to happen next, because it was one of those movies where you're like, it couldn't possibly get worse, you know.
Okay, I haven't seen this either, but that sounds like Uncut Gems.
Yes, it's
every
the same
time.
director. It's the same director.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Uncut Gems.
I haven't seen it.
It's on my list.
I was like, that sounds like a Bridger movie.
Yep, Bridger literally is the one who told me about it. He was like, "Oh yeah, Uncut Gems, you should watch it." And I was like, "No, I don't think I want to." But then I watched Marty Supreme. I was like, "Oh, maybe I will."
Every time Bridger recommends a movie to me, I have to run it through my filter, right? In terms of like, Bridger likes depressing crap. Like,
yeah, I don't. That's the same. I don't take Rex from my mom anymore. I'm like, I can't. Does the main character die? No.
Okay, see, here's the thing. I'm down for depressing movies if it like is emotionally resonant depressing, right? Like if it works in the story. Like I just read the book Wild Dark Shore, amazing book, love it to death. Definitely bittersweet, sad, depressing story, but like in like a really evocative and cool way. Highly recommend that one. If it gets too much, just like press pause, go watch an episode of Bluey or something, like palate cleanser.
Bluey, LOL, Bluey.
Okay.
He is a child.
Bluey is a delight. Have you watched Bluey? Okay.
Sophie's about to spit her coffee out.
Yeah.
No, Luke, why would we have watched Bluey? I'm sorry,
Okay.
Am I crazy? Ansley, do you watch Bluey in your free time?
No, I've
Or
never
did I miss
seen
that?
it.
Okay.
No, I've never
Let me communicate to you what Bluey is. Bluey.
A children's show.
It is a children's show made by emotionally mature adults that wanted to make a show that was appreciated by parents and children. So there's like an episode about like a kid that's having to choose whose team she's on for a sport between her mom and her dad, but it's an allegory for her parents going through a divorce and her parent and her needing to choose which parent she's going with and feeling like she can't let either of them down. And like there's so many levels. There's just like emotional depth and maturity, and it's also just the funniest crap. Like, it's so well done. We're getting way off track. So this actually ties into book club report.
Welcome to how Sophie and I run our episodes. So.
Right. It's just like,
I feel like you guys are already prone to tangents, and then I'm just like throwing gasoline on the fire, right? Like,
Yeah, if we wanted someone who wasn't gonna help us with their tangents,
Ooh,
Yeah.
tangent. Anyway, book
goodness,
club.
yeah. I wanted to ask Sophie what she thinks about Dungeon Crawler Carl.
yes.
I'm on book 3, bitches. I'm on book 3. I am just eating it up. I am yumming.
Dude.
Talk
Has he
about
gotten the cookbook
lovable.
yet?
Yes, he has.
Okay.
Yes, he has. Talk about lovable, fun characters. Talk about a delightful story with relatable concepts of just like anarchy and you won't break me and you're a mean government, but I'm also gonna be funny and goof around. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
talk about a book series that blindsided me on how good it was.
Yes.
I bought the first book like over a year ago on the recommendation of a friend because it was on sale. And I was like, I'll get around to it sooner or later.
Okay.
But I looked at the cover, and frankly, I don't like judging books by the cover, but every now and then you see a piece of art and you're like, that's a little bit low rent. Just like...
No, same. I was like, this does not look like my style.
Not promising. When I actually went and read it, I was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
And it's funny, and it's goofy, but it's also, like, dark and emotionally resonant. Ansley, have I told you the pitch of this book?
So I heard about it from Jackson. I will not be reading it anytime soon because
Honestly?
I'm trying to finish Red Rice.
Okay. Here's a high-level play. Ready? Don't read it yet, because I'm mad that I read it too fast and caught up, because each book ends, it's not a cliffhanger, but you're like, oh crap, stuff's going down. And I finished book 7, and now I'm waiting for the next one to come out.
Wait, when
There
is
are
it supposed
10.
to come out?
There are 10 planned.
No.
The 8th one is coming out in May.
Okay, but I'll read it in like a month. This is so upsetting. Okay, I need
That's
to slow
the
down.
problem. That's the problem. And so, like, you ain't seen nothing yet. I am loving the series, but, like, in my opinion, weirdly, first 2 books are my least favorite. It just keeps getting better.
And there are book recommendations from Luke.
And
Yeah.
that is
Now you have
book club.
books. There you
But, okay.
Okay.
Is this... I don't want to jump the gun. Is Stand On next, or is that later? Because I have a
go.
book...
Stand on now.
I have book news and Stand On combined.
Okay.
So, first of all,
Why would you do that?
anyone who knows me will tell you that I am a huge Brandon Sanderson fan. I love Mistborn and Warbreaker and the Cosmere books in general. I've read almost everything he's written. I need to catch up on Isles of the Inverdark. But I come to find out, he has just been signed by Apple TV. They are turning Mistborn into a movie. And they are turning Stormlight Archives into a TV show on Apple TV. And Brandon Sanderson has full creative control and is actively writing the script for the movie right now.
Casting directors.
I love that.
Casting directors. I am sending him a letter today. So, and I'm gonna be like, cast me. If he doesn't cast me in the
But-
movie, then cast me in the
I'm
series.
so excited, Mistborn. I
So-
will never forget forget reading that series in high school, and
that series is so good.
I'm pumped.
Wait, so is that your stand on? I'm confused. Is your stand
No.
on?
So I learned they're doing this live action.
Yes.
And Mistborn, live action, 100%. That works. Stormlight Archive, I'm not sure. Because Stormlight Archive is like Avatar levels. Like James Cameron Avatar levels of like wild and weird world. Like, the premise of the world is it's like a rocky wasteland where a massive hurricane-grade storm is constantly rolling over the entire world and wiping out anything that's not nailed down. So, like, all the plant life, like, retracts into the ground, and all of the animals are, like, variations of crabs, basically, so they have, like, shells, and they, like, hunker down and survive the storm. I don't know how they're going to do that live action. And my stand-on is, the more fantastical a piece of fantasy or science fiction is, the better it works animated over live action.
I don't know if I agree with that. Because, I mean...
It's a controversial take. I know.
Technology's so good these days. And look at stuff like Avatar. Like, he literally... I mean, James Cameron pioneered an entire new way to film, you know? I just think
concur.
It leaves options for discovery.
I think Avatar proves my point. Because did you know that Avatar was nominated for Best Animated Feature because so much of that movie was CGI?
Oh.
Here's my thing. Something like Avatar... They had to spend so much money to get the CGI looking so good that they could have a human actor and a CGI actor in the same scene and have it not be weird. And even then, an Avatar doesn't always work. Sometimes you're like, the human and Na'vi there don't feel like they belong in the same, you know? Whereas if in an animated film, like Across the Spider-Verse being the most egregious example of this, they can literally mix art styles in the same scene and have it work together.
Sure, I think it maybe just depends on like what you're wanting though out of style though, right? Because like I agree with Sophie in the fact of Avatar is one of my favorite films actually because I just remember watching it for the first time and being like, this is so impressive and beautiful, and the way that they pulled it off, and it was like so different from anything I'd seen before. And yeah, I think like with animated films, it's a very distinct style. So unless you're going for that very distinct style, I don't know if I think it always works that way either.
See, I disagree with that. I think the problem is there's a stigma around animation in the West because of the long history of censorship on animation and the shutdown of like creativity and what was allowed to be shown in movies and in animation for a while there. Whereas in the East, we didn't have that, and that's why you have anime of basically everything. And in a variety of styles, a variety of tones that work in so many different ways. And like, I would love to see an Avatar anime. Like, not The Last Airbender. I would love to see James Cameron Avatar as an anime and how that would work. I think it would be cool.
So you're
I
saying
would love
you
to see
want
The Expanse as an anime.
And you want to see this new series as anime style.
I think my most controversial statement in this whole rant is I think Stormlight Archive would work better as an anime than it would live action. I'm open to being proved wrong.
And that's a hot take.
Well, I think, again, Luke, though, I don't know if that's like a prove it right or wrong. I think that is a stylistic...
I am worried. I'm worried that live action Stormlight is going to be goofy.
Well, and I think it also just depends on budget, though, right? Because like some people would probably say, actually, I know this for a fact, some people don't like Avatar because they think it's goofy. They're like, that's crazy that they did that with CGI and the blue people and blah, 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 because it's not their style. So I think some of it is in, I really do. I disagree in the fact that I think a lot of it is subjective. I agree with you that I think in the West we're just not as used to it, I think, with the animated thing for sure. But I think a lot of it comes down to like personal preference and also like budget. Like, let's be real, you can do a lot of things if you just have a big enough budget.
Right.
AKA Avatar, right? Like that movie costs an insane amount to make, but it looks phenomenal.
Yeah. Hey. Are you regretting having me as a guest yet?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was like, God, why did we do this?
Oh, dude. Who let this nerd on the mic?
Who let this nerd? Are you going to share with us some recipes now or something?
Yeah, that I have been learning to cook more. I've been baking bread. And fun fact, I went through a bread baking phase, not during COVID, but like right after COVID. So I bought a bunch of active dry yeast, big bag of it, and it's been sitting in my fridge. It is now 2 years past its best by date.
Ooh.
So I had to look up, can yeast go bad? And the answer is no. It just stops working.
Okay.
Like, so if the yeast does not rise, it's not going to kill you. You're just going to end up with flat bread.
Well, sure. So it goes bad in the sense of it doesn't do what it's.
Yeah.
It's not going to poison you. It's just not going to make good bread. This yeast still kicking 2 years after its expiration date.
Yeah.
Like I throw it in a bowl with some warm water, some sugar, some oil, and it like explodes in like foam. And I've been making some really nice bread with it. Very happy with my bread so far. And my current plan, I'm going to try to work through this bag and get it done. And then I'm going to ask Mom for her sourdough starter and try sourdough again.
Yes, sir.
Whatever.
I have a current recipe obsession, actually, because this weekend I was with some of my friends, and I kind of have become like head chef in that little group. And I was like,
okay, head chef.
Let's try some Asian bowls. Current obsession is a ground beef Asian bowl. I just made it again because it was so good this weekend. I was like, I want to eat that all week. And it was awesome. Yes. 10 out of 10 from me.
So what goes in the ground beef Asian bowl?
We start with a rice base. We have ground beef, we have garlic, we have red onion, we have a soy sauce, brown sugar, ginger mixture going on. Then we have some shaved carrots and cucumber on top. I like to put some avocado. I did a fried egg, pop that yolk on there. I did a sriracha mayo on the top. It was very good.
Yeah. Wow, Ansley.
It's kind of like making it up since there's certain ingredients that you cannot find in this country, right? So I was okay, don't have fish oil? No worries. I'll just figure it out. And so we did. So I'm sure the flavor could be actually even better if I had other things.
I have one last thing to say is my hot take that I think Luke would like to comment on.
Oh, yeah.
My stand on.
That's a good thing to end on. That's a good thing to end on.
Thank you.
Okay.
No one actually likes Negronis. They're drinking them because they feel cool, and so because they feel so cool, they're telling their taste buds, yeah, you like it. And I think they truly believe it, but they don't actually like it. And half are faking it, and the other half feel so good drinking it because, I drink Negronis. Then, no.
All right. Did I tell you about my experience trying a Negroni?
Go ahead.
Did I tell you this already?
I don't remember. And tell the chitters.
Yeah,
not me. Tell them.
The people need to know how gross Negronis are. Yeah. So, I am not anywhere close to as good of a bartender as Sophie is. Sophie can actually do counts.
I'm not
Sophie
a
can
good
actually
bartender. I just pay my rent.
I would be fired because I would take too long to make any given drink.
That's true.
Yes. I like to tinker. I like to mix. It's fun. It's a hobby of mine. So I was at a little bar in a mall or something. It was weird. So we were there, and they have a nice drink menu, and I'm like, okay, the Negroni's on here. Let's give it a shot. So I get it, and it's the weirdest drink. First sip, not bad. Grossest aftertaste of anything I've ever tried in my life. And so, there's this weird pressure. So I take a sip. I'm like, oh, ugh. And I take a drink of water. Doesn't wash it away. The only thing that can wash it away is another sip of Negroni. So I keep sipping the Negroni to chase away the aftertaste of the Negroni. And it's like, this is not good. And this was still pretty early on in my drinking career, drinking experience rather, where I spent money on this. I don't want to throw it out. I don't want to waste it. But I finished the drink. I've never gotten another Negroni, and I don't think I will.
If you are someone who enjoys Negronis, or you think you enjoy Negronis, then I guess comment and let us know why, because we don't understand.
We don't understand you. Wait, Ansel, you've had a Negroni too then?
No, I have not actually.
I was going to say your homework is to try one then.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know when, I don't want to,
honestly,
my life, I guess I will. But
I would recommend getting a nicer drink.
Yeah, I don't like vermouth.
Get something yummy.
So I've never gotten a Negroni because I'm always going to choose whiskey.
And that is what we have to say to you, chitters.
That's what we have.
That's what we have to say. I know.
Yeah, shout out to special guest.
Special guest.
I'm so thankful to have him here.
So blessed.
It's been awesome being on, guys. Thank you so much.
So and go watch some Bluey.
Do it.
I think that's our homework. Each of us watch an episode of Bluey.
Seriously, though.
Some Bluey, right?
An update of our thoughts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Luke, you get to extra us.
Soph and Anne's out.
Not the singing.